Hi, my name is Ruth, and in this tutorial we're going to be learning about chords. Specifically, we're going to be covering major and minor chords, and we're also going to have a look at what primary chords are, and we're going to be having a look at inversions. This is the 6th recommended tutorial in the Song Pond Beginner Lesson series. What that means is that there are 5 other tutorials that are recommended you have a go at first before tackling this one, and that's if you haven't had any kind of introduction into piano. Although, if you are just coming to this lesson fresh, you should be able to get through it quite easily. The major chord we're going to start with is made up of a triad, as we learned in the previous lesson, in the 5th recommended Song Pond Beginner lesson. That's 3 chord tones. Remember, we have the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. That's our major chord. To construct a major chord from anywhere on the keyboard, starting with the root note, we count up 4 half steps. So we're using C as a root note for this example, and then we count up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our major third, and then from there we count up another 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3 to get our 5th. So there we've just constructed a major chord. Here I'm going to demonstrate all the major chords beginning from each key in the octave. So this is going to be 12 different major chords. You can use this part of a lesson as a reference for future for any chords you need to remember how to play. So play along with me once you get the idea. Once you get the idea. We're just creating major chords, as I explained before, counting up 4 half steps and then 3 half steps. I'll go through this quite slowly. So, we're going to start with C major, as I just played for you. Now I'm going to start, instead of playing with on my 1 and 2 fingers here, I'm going to start playing with the correct fingering. So I'm going to use, with my right hand, 1, 3, and 5. So let's play that C major chord now. Then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to construct a major chord starting on C sharp. So that's the next black note, that's the black note right next to C. It's this one here, using that as a root note. And we're going to do the same thing, we're going to count up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's, to show you more clearly, that's our C sharp, and F is our major third. Then we go up another 3 tones. 1, 2, 3 to get our 5th chord tone. So that is our C sharp major. We're going to do the same thing starting on D. This does seem very slow, but I'm going to go through it quite slowly. Once we get the pattern, then we'll be able to speed up things a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to start on D. That's the next note in our octave. That's our root note. We're going to count up 4 half steps to get the 3rd chord tone, the major third. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our major third there, so we're just going to keep those 2 notes, and we're going to go up another 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. So with our 3 notes there, that is our D major. Do you see the pattern here? Each chord looks quite similar in that we've got that same kind of 1, 3, 5 with our fingers, and we're creating the same interval, so these are all major chords. We're going to count up another few, and then I'm going to give you a secret to playing these chords the way we are. Well, now we're going to start on D sharp. Count up 4 half steps to get the major third. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our 2 chord to our 1st and 3rd chord tone there. And then we're going to count up another 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's our D sharp. Now we're going to start from E. You might be getting the hang of this right now. You're probably going to speed right in front of me. If you can, then do. We're going to keep going slow for now. So we start on E, counting up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our 3rd there. And another 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. So that's our E major chord there. So we've done C major, C sharp major, D major, D sharp major, E major. Now we're going to try F. Starting on F, we're going to count our 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's our F major. From here on in, I'm going to stop counting each chord because do you know what we can do? We can actually follow the pattern because our root note is going up 1/2 step each time. All the other notes, since we're keeping the same structure of the chord, the other notes are actually going up 1/2 step at a time. I'll play the chords we've learnt so far and try and recognise how each note goes up 1/2 step. That's our C major and our C sharp major. That's all the same notes, just moved up 1/2 step. And the same pattern, we're just moving up each note 1/2 step each time. So now we're going to go through the rest of the chords without counting the half steps, just raising them. Raising each note to make the next chord. So if our root note goes up 1/2 step to F sharp, then all our other notes are going to go up 1/2 step as well. So our A comes up to A sharp and our C comes up to C sharp. And that's our F sharp major chord. Do you recognise the pattern? We're going to do this again on G. So raising it 1/2 step, raising that 1/2 step, raising that 1/2 step as well. And then we have a G major. Let's try that with G sharp. Raise them all. Let's try and do it all on one big go this time. Raising all the notes up to G sharp major. Nice. And we'll do that starting on A. And then on B flat. Then we're going to try B major. Remember that's keep raising it up 1/2 step. And then we're back to C major. So we've just gone through all the 12 major chords in the chromatic scale. You notice that when you play a major chord, it has a certain feeling to it. So if I play a major chord, it sounds quite nice. It sounds a little bit happy. So when you're practicing your major chords, really linger on that feeling, because once we start the minor chords, we start putting them into the mix, you'll notice the change in how they sound and how they feel when you play them. Okay, so practice those major chords and then you'll be ready to move on to minor chords.